Hello everybody, it's Peter the Rock. It's Sunday, private land, no right of way. Now here's a little map on my walk today between Little Chalfont and Chorleywood, and not quite sure where I am. It doesn't say you are here. The railway line is up there, which is just about to cross, so I'm here in fact, and to prove that the railway line is just there, we are about to cross over it on this little known, little used footbridge that's not all enclosed and therefore is very pleasant. I've in the past, excitement got the better of me and I waved at the driver and they beeped, which was rather nice, but there's nothing much else for them to do along this stretch of track, which is fairly isolated, as you can probably hear and see. Even the birds aren't singing. We're pretty remote. We're moving from one wood to another wood. I'm hoping that a train will come along that I can wave at, see if they beep. But I have something else to show you first, and let me get a little bit organised. That is eastward bound. There's Chorleywood just around a couple of bends up that way, and westward bound that way is Chalfont and Latimer. So what I want to talk about is a little bit of spatial awareness, or one of the 7 wonders of the world. I was asked fairly recently if I've ever been inside the Great Pyramid of Giza, otherwise known as Khufu or Cheops. And I have. I've been up into the King's Chamber, and it's quite an experience. The most amazing thing being how the granite is fits together to within a millimetre, possibly less, with no mortar. It's just a wonder of engineering. It was built 2,400 years ago. It's amazing to think what can happen. Now, here comes a train. Oh, it's a Chiltern line. Let's have a bit of a wave. Hello, is he going to beep? No, he's not. Anyway, where was I? Oh yes, the Great Pyramid of Giza is the only one of the 7 wonders of the world, the original 7 wonders of the world, to still exist. Now, I've always been very interested in the engineering of it and the mathematics of it, and to illustrate that, what I have done is brought a model of it along here. Now, those of you who've watched Father Ted will know that Dougal is sort of interested in whether cows are very small or whether they were a long way away. Well, here is the Great Pyramid of Giza. Now, it's up to you, dear viewer, to tell me if it's really the Great Pyramid of Giza and it's a long way away, or if this is a model. I expect you've worked that out. The amazing thing about it is that the 4 sides are to within a tiny tolerance, 0.1% or something like that, of the length of each other. It's aligned north-south perfectly. It's at the latitude of 30 degrees, which is a significant latitude. It's 1/3 of the way up to the pole from the equator, as you know. There are a lot of interesting arithmetical coincidences, ideas, designs of the Great Pyramid of Giza. Of course, this one I've got here is not the original. It doesn't weigh 6.3 million tons. If it did, this bridge would be in serious danger of not supporting it. Of course, if you're a Doctor Who fan, you might say, oh well, hello, here comes another train. You might not say that. Let's have another wave. No, he's not going to beep either. If you're a Doctor Who fan, you might say, well, it could be a lot bigger on the inside than it is on the outside. And this is true, because space-time is curved. It's all curved. Everywhere it's curved. And it's curved more significantly next to very large bodies which exert a gravitational pull on them. They don't actually really pull on the object, but they bend space-time around the object, so it makes it look as if the object is attracted to the large body. So gravity doesn't exist, it's a kind of a quirk of the space-time continuum. So here we are, our little model pyramid. I've given you a few well, I haven't given you some numbers, but I've given you some ideas about how interesting it is. And I'll give you one further bit of information. If you measure the height of the Great Pyramid of Giza, and you then measure the perimeter, that's the 4 sides at the base, you divide the perimeter by the height, you come up with the number 3.14159.265, I think. Now, those of you who are of a mathematical bent will realize what that number is. It's pi, which is quite amazing. So they designed it so the slopes of the pyramid reached a height that was that mentions pi in 2400 BC. I hope you're impressed. If any of you got any other interesting facts about the Great Pyramid of Giza or Khufu, please let me know. The sarcophagus inside the king's chamber, the theory is it wasn't actually meant for the king. It's a sort of measuring device. It's a kind of a standard measuring device, but of course the Egyptians used cubits, which are very similar to, I think it's well, to what we use today. Their inches are 1.01 of our inches. So, you know, plus ça change, as we say dans la France. So there we are, the Great Pyramid of Giza. I will try to lift it up, 6.3 million tons, and oh yes, I've managed that. I think I'll take it with me. Don't want anybody nicking the Great Pyramid of Giza. Thanks a lot for watching. Peter the Rock, Sunday, the 16th of February. Cheers.